What's up, everybody? It's Crim of the Crim Investments and Winners back at you again with another video. And today is going to be a video that I've never done before, but I do every Sunday, and it's just going to be pretty much my Sunday weekly forecast for GU EU, which I've just recently started trading back because I'm doing this challenge for people that's not involved in my lot group with my Forex funds, EU GU and NAS and U30. So those are my four pairs that I'll be going over through the Sunday's outlook. And I usually don't wear glasses for everybody that's watching, but these are Blu-ray glasses. Definitely help when you look at computers all day for a living like I do now. So it definitely helps protect the asset of your eyes. You definitely need your eyes to trade, so definitely want to protect those, and I definitely recommend getting some Blu-ray glasses. I digress, and let's hop into these charts. Okay, so let's actually always start from the three. I actually deleted a lot of my stuff, so just to start, I'll just get a new look at the market. So what I want to start out with is the dollar, because a lot of things fall. Let me delete all this. Let's just start fresh. So what I usually start out with is the dollar. It's 50 ME off. So based off everything that I'm seeing from right now, it looks like the dollar is just within this overall range right here. Okay, so within this range, what I want to do is dig deeper inside. So always start off with just from the biggest time frame out there, and well, it's bigger time frames, 3 months, but I personally like the 3 month because it shows a lot of data that you can use. So I also see this order block right here that it has bounced off of. Let's do that, great baby, and looking to trend up. So from this section right here, I'm looking for the market to go bullish because it has just knocked off this 3 month order block, looking to, I'm at least feeling some of this imbalance in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a black line right at this 3 month wick right here, because it's imbalance or liquidity right between there. So overall, looking at this, I am bullish as of right now. So we're going to drop down to the monthly. So even confirms it a little even better. So now off the monthly, I see that Wyckoff accumulation coming up out of here. So looking to continue bullish until some of this imbalance. So still bullish overall. That this out the ways. All right, and on top of that bullish structure, on that accumulation coming out of this 3 month order block, I'll also see a monthly order block right here. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is delete this. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave it for the purpose of this video, but I'm actually just gonna change the color of this so I can keep track of my order block. So now that I see that we have also we finished this month bullish, which is a very strong bullish candle, which is wonderful to finish this month on a bullish candle. So that even confirms more that we'll be going up. But before we go up, we need to come down for pullbacks, because it has just broke also this monthly high right up in here. So keep dropping down until we see bullish structure holding. But as we can see, we also see structure holding. See this low held, and as it kept making new structural highs and structural lows. So keep in mind we're on a daily chart, so just using top down analysis, keep marking it down. And now we're going from the 12, just seeing what area that we can play off of, and off the initial eyesight, I see this 12-hour order block right here. So with that being said, I'm looking for the market to come down and pull back into this area essentially. We do have this a monthly, or was this a monthly order? Yeah, monthly order block that we have marked up. But however, now that I see price continuing to hold its structure. We're going by structure until it breaks structure, and then we'll look to play off this green area. But until then, this is my next area of interest. So what I'll usually do is go ahead and put an alert right there. And since I'm looking for this pullback to continue bullish long term, this week I'll be looking for sales. So I'll be looking for the dollar to retrace back this week to then buy up probably next week. Okay, so most likely looking for bullish structure or bearish structure for the dollar. Okay, until this area of interest to continue to back up. So after knowing we're bearish on the dollar for this week anyway, until it, well, unless it breaks these highs, we'll all see, but we're bearish as of right now. We're gonna go to Forex, and EU and GU move opposite of the dollar. Okay, and we just use the dollar just to get a directional bias of other pairs that we trade, as well as NAD, and the indices usually move opposite as the dollar as well. So off rip, 3 month structure. Always start with the 3 month. I see bearish structure going down, which confirms because we also see bullish structure on the dollar, as we can remember. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that up. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this 3 month order block up. Great, because as we can see, we see nice structure breaks, looking to keep continuing down. All right, so now that with that being said, we see these lows getting took out, and now I see this imbalance right above here. All right, so we're definitely bearish on EU overall. And the last point of supply that I see is right here for EU. Actually, you're gonna go ahead and leave that gray. So just like we want the dollar to retrace back down, we want the EU to retrace back up, because like I said, they move opposite of each other. Excuse me. So until this week, or until it hits this area, I'm going to be looking for buys until it can sell back off long term. Okay, so be looking for majority of buys this week. And also, I need to mark this up here. It has entered into this monthly imbalance right here. So that's even more confirmation to do some form of retracement to come back down. Bullish. All right. Go delete that for now. And what we will do is put an alert right here, and we'll see if we can get some kind of accumulation in this area to eventually buy back up. I usually don't get too low in these time frames on Sunday, because I'm just forecasting for right now. I'm not looking for any trades. I'm not looking to trade until Monday. Definitely not taking any trades Sunday night. But well, I'm Eastern time. I'm New York Eastern time. So New York Eastern, but New York time or Eastern time. If I'm in the U.S. But so we'll look for some kind of accumulation in this area to eventually take out those highs and get some kind of buys back up, and then sell-offs back down. All right, and since we are bullish on the EU for the week, we'll most likely be bullish on GU for the week. So start off on the 3 month, following structure. I see we're probably in some kind of bearish structure here. So what I'll go ahead and do is, all right, just making sure we're on 3 months. So when I start looking more into GU and EU, start kind of cutting it down on the time frames just because I necessarily don't need all that information because I already have a bias from the dollar and EU, and they pretty and GU and EU move very similar together just because the dollar and the euro move are pretty much identical. So based off of that, since we are looking for some kind of pullback on EU, same thing, we'll be looking for some kind of pullback on GU. And as we can see here, we're very bearish. Very bearish. All right. So hop down to the weekly. And on the weekly, I see this order block. Look at that. As it came in and tapped this order block, as price is starting to walk itself down from a fractal nature and a structural nature. Okay, y'all see that? So since we are bearish long term, we'll most likely be looking for pullbacks into this area or until it could possibly come back into this gray area as well. But off rip, I see this daily order block. Daily order blocks are very powerful. So I'll go ahead and mark that up, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and put alert there. All right, so when it does enter into these areas, because sales are definitely a lot more probable than buys, okay? I'm only looking for buys until we get a nice, I'm only looking for buys actually on EU because we're in that order block on a bigger time frame, but sales are more probable for EU and GU right now, okay? So since we had a daily order block, we have a smaller order block inside of that 8-hour order block as well. So we'll just go ahead and set an alert there, looking to eventually some buys up if it offers buys, but the sales are more probable because we're in sales long or on the bigger time frame than long term. All right. So from there, let's go ahead and check out the indices. Start on these bigger time frames. So I usually don't check out too big of time frames because the index is just bullish. It's like a dagger going straight into the air, way overinflated right now, as you can see on the 3-month time frame. But I digress. And the last demand zone I see is this demand zone right here, unmitigated order block right here. So I'm still looking for the indices to come bearish, because like I've said in previous videos, September has just been a bearish month going into October as well. So I'm still looking for the indices to continue bearish at least until the middle or end of the week, and maybe we'll see some turnaround. But so I'm looking for sell-offs on the indices. So with that being said, I see a structural break right at these lows, which indicates to me, let's see this break of structure right here, that indicates to me that the price will continue lower. So just following structure, that's ugly. I need to we'll look for sales back down, at least into this bigger time frame gray area. And with that being said, I see this order block right here. So we'll go ahead and set an alert there, and we'll look for some kind of sales back down. All right. Yeah, those sales look really good actually on NAS. And since we'll be looking for sales on NAS, we'll most likely be looking for sales on U30. All right, so U30. That's a nice bullish push at the end. However, based off structure has not changed. So with that being said, we have broke structure right here, and the trend has now became a downtrend on a daily time frame. So we'll continue to look for sales. See what we got. This here looks like the last area of demand right here. It's 12. I'll try to see what we can get. However, I do see an 8-hour order block right here. So I'm gonna delete this. So we'll be looking for sales at least into this order block. Wouldn't be surprised if it breaks it, but if we get a turnaround here, we're great. We're looking for buys. And now we can just stack buys on up. But until then, we'll always follow structure. Always follow structure until structure tells you otherwise, okay? So with that being said, also still looking for sales on U30. So off rip. And I get a little lower on time frames for U30 because it moves so fast and it's so volatile. So I say to order that area supply on U30 there. So we'll eventually be looking for some kind of distribution schematic to play in this area to eventually continue down for the sales until it gets to this gray area, and then we'll look for some kind of accumulation for buys back up. But for right now, we see the indices are going down, we see the dollar going up, and we see EU and GU going down. So that confirms that we're looking for the same thing to happen on the indices as well as U30 and the NAS 100. So that is my weekly outlook and forecast for the week. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment under the videos on what other videos that y'all want to see. Go out and get the ebook. Go ahead and check out my live streams. Catching a lot of pips on there because as we all know in the live streams that I'm doing my Forex funds account right now. So I'm taking y'all through all the steps and all the things that I do to get my ideas together and to pass prop firms. Because necessarily with prop firms, it's almost like a game. You can't necessarily. My rules are changed a little bit because we have a time frame to pass. So, but if you want to get a caption of that, join the live streams and not join the free content on the YouTube. But I appreciate y'all. Crumb is out.